Okay, so it's income tax filing period again in Spain, and between the 7th of April and the end of June. Now we are filing for the calendar year 2020 for Spanish tax. So anyone who was living here last year, or if for you new residents, you have your residencia in the early part of 2020, we're required to file our annual income tax return. So what does that really consist of? So we're talking about your worldwide assets and income, as you'd be used to coming from another country. They are taxable here as a resident. And I'm going to give some hints and tips really today, just to kind of make it easier for you and less painful. Basically, the most important thing is that you need to have your income documentation for the income that you have received for the full year from January to December 2020. So for anyone on a pension, that's all your P60s, and if you have them from the UK, please remember to have them for the 5th of April 2020 and also 5th of April 2021. Because we're obviously looking at the full calendar year here and not the UK year. When you're self-employed, if you're autonomous and you've been filing your quarterly taxes last year, then this is the time that your retentions that you've been paying quarterly will be taken into account with your full income tax, because you may have sources of income from outside of your business. So this is the time that everything is taken into account. Please remember also to include any rental income that you may have had, even from UK properties. It may be declarable in the UK, yes, because that's where the property is located, but it's also declarable here because you are a resident of Spain. Now, any tax paid on that is deductible in the UK, so don't worry about double tax, but it's important for completeness. That's the same thing with public pensions as well. If you have any public pension P60s, they do get included here in Spain, even though they're not taxed, so please remember to include them in your supporting documentation to your accountant. Any capital gains and losses you may have made through the year as well, please make sure you include those. If you've sold any property or any shares, anything like that, they will need to be included, and you can offset gains and losses through the next 4 years. It's your net position there that's important. Any savings income you might have had, any bank interest, any dividends, please make sure they're included as well. That's important. And then finally, your bank account. Make sure you have an active bank account here in Spain with a Spanish IBAN number. And any tax liability you do have can be paid in 2 ways. One is 100% on the 30th of June through your bank, or the second option is to pay 60% on the 30th of June and the remaining 40% on the 5th of November with no penalty at all, and it's just done by direct debit. So hopefully that has given you a few hints and tips as to how to make the process quite smooth as possible, and a nice painless year with your tax return for 2020. So as always, if you need any help at all with your Spanish taxation, please contact us at HCS Accountants at the office. We'll be delighted to help you on 965 783 330, or you can email us at info@hcsaccountants.com.